My name is Alyssa.
And I'm Emily.
And you're listening to Slash&Slay, a horror podcast. Hello, everyone, and happy Valentine's week.
Happy Valentine's, my Valentine.
Happy Valentine's, Ari.
Happy Valentine's, Ron. Or Galentine's for those who celebrate.
Yes. We all gotta celebrate.
Do you like Valentine's Day?
Sure.
Yeah. It's just like, eh.
It's like, It's fine. I didn't celebrate like my whole life, you know? And
right.
then
Now you're forced to.
Now I'm forced to. Now I'm married now, and it's just like, and it's hard because, so we have Christmas, and then less than a month later is my husband's
both your
birthday.
Birthdays.
And then 10 days after that is
your birthday.
My birthday. And then after that's my mother-in-law's birthday. Like 2 weeks later is my mother-in-law's birthday. So it's like,
so y'all broke
money for a lot of things. So it's like, I don't really have the energy to.
Or money.
Right. To think of gifts. I did want to. Oh, he might listen to this. I won't say. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Just in case he listens.
Not next time. Sorry if my man's listening. We didn't think it through when we started dating because our anniversary's March. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
also very
like
close.
A month later.
Yeah. Also very close. So I mean, obviously it's fine, but we don't really do much for Valentine's Day. We have a little tradition. It was our first Valentine's. We accidentally got each other the same little green dinosaur stuffed animal.
Aww.
And so now we always get each other a green dinosaur.
That's cute.
We were doing stuffed animals, but the last 2 years I'm like, we can't, we gotta stop.
Yeah,
so I've been doing some creative ways.
Differences.
So last year I got him us as Legos or whatever, and then I had a little green dinosaur of Lego on there too. So did that, and then this year it'll be a surprise.
Ooh.
Of what he gets, just in case he also listens to this.
Surprise.
I like Valentine's Day for the aesthetic. I love the aesthetic of Valentine's Day. Always
it's very fun, very cute, very girly. Love it.
Yes. But I just feel like it's a huge, most holidays are a huge stress, but this one just seems like more, I don't know, it's like if you want to go do anything on Valentine's Day,
right,
good luck.
Right. You have to celebrate it after or way before. And
it's it's not really accepted to celebrate at home or,
right,
not that that's a
which
bad,
I would never I would never want to go out to dinner on Valentine's Day.
No. And it's just, I don't know, it just creeps up on you. It's just in a random day of the week.
Was it? It's Friday
It is Friday this time, which is nice, but that means it's, oh my gosh,
even worse.
Yeah, my boyfriend works Friday night, so I think I'm gonna go with the girls.
Cute.
They're having Galentine's for all my single friends, so
oh, cute.
I will go. And that will be fun.
Very fun.
Yeah. I got my first bouquet of flowers for Valentine's Day today. From Alyssa. It's actually not for Valentine's Day, but I do love them. They're beautiful little tulips.
They'll probably bloom by Valentine's Day.
I know, they're so pretty.
They need to bloom.
Is that your vase?
It's my vase, but you can have it.
I'll give you back your vase.
That's okay. I have a lot of vases.
You have a lot of vases?
Yes. It's like I said, asses.
You have a lot of asses?
Asses.
The asses. We also have something else to try.
We do.
You want to try our...
Yes. So I don't know if you guys remember, a long time ago, months and months and months, we tried the Coca-Cola raspberry live on
Slash&Slay.
Yes. And now we have Coca-Cola orange cream.
We're basically like Rhett and Link right now.
We pretty much are. But I don't have a way to put my mic
down. We're gonna try it. I'll open yours for you.
I got it. Look at me. Oh, jeez.
Listen, guys.
That's beautiful. Look at that spike.
I know. Do y'all like that?
Okay.
Ooh.
First, we gotta smell it. Doesn't smell like anything.
I'm getting like, the airborne tablets.
Mm-hmm.
The orange airborne tablets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it smells like.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting that now. All right, you guys ready?
We have to
Last
dink
time
and
we did not like it, but we'll see.
We'll try. This is actually a regular Coke. Last time was Coke Zero, so this might be
true. Might be
different
better.
too. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Just
It's
kinda,
really very subtle.
it kind of just tastes like vanilla Coke.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of orange. The orange in the smell, vanilla in the taste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really, really, really subtle.
I'm getting a little bit more orange. I think you have to drink a bit to get the orange. But again, more vanilla for sure. It's good though. Thank you for my drink.
Just getting the notes.
Next week, I'm going to try to hunt down the Dr. Pepper blackberry. Because I love blackberry.
We'll try that. Go try that.
Honestly, kind
Not
of
bad.
get
Not bad.
blackberry.
Could add my Malibu to that. Be very good.
Ow. Did you hear that?
Oh,
That was my
jeez.
shoulder.
Shoulder popping.
Shoulder. And that was our segment. Trying different
different
flavors
kinds of Cokes every few months.
every few months. Do you have any slashers on?
So, this isn't horror related, but it's book related, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
I started a series that's very popular series. Very, very popular. It's been popular for years. And it's because it came onto our cloud library to download. I've never seen it before on there. For to download. That is A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Not that smutty
Akata.
nastiness.
Akata. And on Instagram threads, it's my narrator Instagram threads, I posted about how it was my first time reading it. And I got so many people interested in my opinions.
Oh, really?
And I would kind of post updates every time something major happened or I had a reaction. And I had people were like, your updates are making my day.
Aww.
And you're this is literally the highlight of my day. This is making me inspiring me to read them again. And everyone just being like, you're so lucky to get to read them
for the first
time. And then my bucket, what is it called? My
Your
cup.
bucket?
Your cup. My cup overflowed a little.
Overflowed.
I was like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep.
Yeah, you had too much.
Yeah. So,
So you stopped doing the live updates.
And two, I haven't really been able to listen that much.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm on the second book now. And so I haven't been able to listen as much. And so nothing really super notable has happened at this point.
It's a lot.
I will say the first book was not smutty at all.
Not really.
There was one scene.
Yeah.
2 scenes maybe.
Yeah, it's really pretty mild.
Yeah. And this one, so far, there's just been a little bit some banter.
You got to the part where she sits on his lap? Or
yeah.
No? Yeah. Is
That's
that the first one? No.
It's in the second one.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Y'all nasty.
Being nasty. But I know they're going to bang in a few chapters.
Yeah.
Everyone told me chapter 55. I'm on
Chapter
46 or something. So
Almost there.
Coming up. No pun intended.
What do you think about it?
Okay, it's hard because all these people that are like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever and you're going to love it so much and all this stuff. And I'm like, I am not a high fantasy girl. I'm just not. I want to be.
Is it high fantasy?
Yeah. And
to me, high fantasy has to be complicated.
I think it is because it's fully a different world.
I guess you're right. High fantasy, I guess that would constitute.
But I will say I did get into it easier than I thought I would. And the world wasn't like super unbelievable to me. It wasn't like, oh, this drag trying to build the world. There's been a few, at least getting started, there's been a few points where it's like they're trying to explain something. I'm like, oh, I don't care, you know? But
Pretty self-explanatory.
yeah, it is for the most part. And then, of course, the first book is basically a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So,
And then the first book is completely irrelevant.
Yes, the first, truly, it is. The first book,
A
all
waste
the
of time.
relationships she's made in that book literally mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's not that I've enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
There was one part in the first book when I was listening to it, the narrator did a really good job. There's a part with it's the bog or something. And the way she like was able to get right up to the mic and be like,
okay. You liked it?
open your eyes.
Ew.
And I was like,
yike.
oh, because I
Your
had
brain
my
tingled?
headphones in and I was getting tingles. Like I was like, oh, I was freaked out. So I really enjoyed that bit. But then we haven't heard.
But that's
of
the
dog
audiobook
since
narrator.
then.
Yeah.
She did a really good job, and she is good.
Yeah.
She's very engaging. So and there's a lot of characters, and she keeps up with them, and like I don't even think about it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's very inspiring. I like that. And it does make me want to narrate like romantic-y kind of like thing. And I like it. I'm not like obsessed like so many people are.
I think that's I genuinely don't get the hype. Like genuinely. Like okay, I have read them all. I enjoy them all.
With the obsession hype.
No, I don't.
I mean, to
I
each
don't
their
think.
own.
Yeah, no, for real. But again, I think it's also so hyped. I was expecting the best book of my entire life. And no, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad, and not that I don't like it.
Right, exactly.
I do not understand. I think it's just very accessible for a lot of people. I think a lot of people do really enjoy it, and I'm so glad for that. And I think a lot of people started reading again because of it.
Yeah.
And I do love that part of it, too. So, they're definitely not my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't think the writing is anything to write home about. Not that I could do any better, but...
Yeah, I mean, I can see why they're popular.
Yeah.
Or why they got popular. It's never been my like favorite genre. So
No,
I
exactly
can't, it's hard for me to, really be like a good judge of it. So, but I will continue listening, and I feel like at some point I'm going to fall off though.
Yeah. I mean, I did do all of them.
Did you listen or read?
Listen to all of them. Yeah. I did listen to the first one probably like 4 years ago. And then I didn't read the next ones until 2 years later. And then I just last year read the last one, I think. The most recent one. I don't know.
But I really...
Yeah, join the hype. Get in the hype.
All I can think about, though, is a certain book that comes out on March 18th.
Oh, my God. I'm so
I need to
excited.
pre-order it.
We need to go in person or else you can't go to the party.
Party?
They're going to have a party at Barnes & Noble.
They are?
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're going.
So we have to go get it in person, or...
Well, we have to, you have to pre-order in person, I think.
Through Barnes & Noble?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I was going to pre-order on Amazon, so...
Oh, well, if you do it through Barnes & Noble, you get, like, a ticket to the event.
Okay.
So,
have you done it?
Not yet.
Okay. We need to do it.
Yeah. So, I want to go. I don't know what they're going to do. But I've always wanted to go to a midnight premiere of a book. I've never been to one.
Yeah, me neither. It's midnight?
I don't know if it's a midnight premiere, but I'll be there at midnight.
Right.
Ready to bust the door down and to give me that freaking book.
Freaking book!
I'm going to take the next day off work. I'm already decided. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about the Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah. I can't even say.
The new Hunger Games one.
The new Hunger Games book.
I will say that fantasy book that I read last month, When the Moon Hatched. I loved that leaps and bounds better than...
Really? I've heard really good things about it.
I love it. But I think it's because it's a smaller cast of characters to begin with. And I really do like... The thing that I don't really like about modern fantasy is I'm not like other girls' main character. Like Feyre, I'm like, okay, girl, like I get it.
Yeah.
You paint, you're dumb, and you can't read.
You paint
whatever.
and you
You're
hunt.
paint, you're sexy, and you can't read. Gotcha. Yeah, and so I'm like,
But
okay.
you don't know. You didn't know you were pretty.
No, you just didn't know. You were just like, oh, I'm just
so
like
ugly.
providing for my
so
family. That's all I'm doing. So I just can't really stand that.
Yeah.
But the girl in When the Moon Hatched is like, you see all the reasons why she acts the way she does.
Yeah.
And things like that. So I don't know. I just don't buy it from Feyre.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell me on it. Anyway. Any other ones?
I really haven't done anything else.
No movies?
I saw Den of Thieves too.
Ooh.
So there's
Is it
that.
good?
Yeah.
A slash or a slay?
Slay.
A slay.
I thought it was better than the first one.
Mm.
And the first one was really good, so.
I haven't seen either.
It's just like heist, thieves.
Okay.
Thieves, heist, robbery, criminals.
We love that.
We love it.
For me, I actually read a book that you read. I read
What?
Goodnight Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Amy Malloy.
That's right.
I read it in one day because I just did an audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good.
How was the audiobook? Like, how did they...
At first, I didn't like the voice, but then it was fine.
Yeah.
I think
It's like wondering how they would have... How did they do that? Like...
I think they had two different narrators, honestly.
Really?
Maybe they did. I need to look.
Because... Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
Because, like, you're made to think that the... Well, really, you're not made to think.
No,
it's
they
just...
never say
You just
anything.
are assumed.
You just assume.
That the person, one of the people speaking in first person is the wife of this psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out it's the wife's landlord.
Yeah.
And then you find out the wife's landlord, the husband's landlord.
Yes.
And then you find out that the husband's landlord is a man.
Yes.
So there's like three things.
It's like, like those... It's kind of like, Buffalo Bill, how he talks.
Yeah.
Like in a more feminine...
Uh-huh.
Do you hear that?
Yeah,
That was my tummy. I'm hungry, guys.
Jeez.
A more feminine voice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
So at first I was like, how old is this lady?
Yeah.
Because I was like, his wife is old.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, wait.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I was about ready to kill the husband and be like, I'm so glad he's dead.
I know.
When you think he's cheating, but then it's not.
I know. It was pit. I was like mad. I was like, are you kidding me? You're really going to go cheat with this like girl?
With this French girl? And then it ended up being
woman who's like trying to be like super sexual with you. Like it's that easy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then it all made sense.
Yeah.
And I really liked how it did all make sense in the end.
Yeah.
Get all wrapped up.
Yeah. I did like the misery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if you're going to have a concept, because again, there's nothing new under the sun. Everybody's done it before.
Yep.
I think if you're going to have a concept like that, especially one so widely known, it's good to just like own it and be like, yes, this is misery.
Yeah.
But what if this is,
Yeah.
And so.
With a twist. Yeah.
Misery with a twist. So I slay it.
Good.
Sure. I slay it.
Good.
I also read We Solve Murders by Richard Osman.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that wrote the Thursday Murder Club series.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a new one coming out, that came out, We Solve Murders. It's about this girl who's like a high-profile bodyguard for high-profile people. And the last few that she's consulted have ended up dying. And she's like, why did that happen? And she realizes she's being framed.
Oh.
And her best friend is her elderly father-in-law, who's an ex like detective. And he lost his wife, so he's like grieving, but he needs to be like, he's learning to live again and all that kind of stuff. So it was really good, and I slay it, and I can't wait for more of that one. And then I reread Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. Still so good, slay. And I kind of forgot what happens in the second book because I'm reading that one right now. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about all this stuff. I still love Doran more than anything in this world.
This precious baby.
The audiobook narrator is not my favorite, but it's fine.
I still haven't listened. I need to listen.
Yeah, just listen a little bit. Her Beth voice is what really gets me.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Dang, you've been reading. I'm so behind in my reading.
Well, I actually read in person, Richard Osman. And then I watched on Thursday, last Thursday, I guess. Last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I watched every episode of Severance that's out.
Oh, okay.
So I sat in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I took the day off. And I sat in my bed for 10 hours.
Mm-hmm. Rot. Love it.
It was like the perfect distraction for grieving rot. Yes. 10 hours. I watched all of season 1, and then I watched the first episode of season 2, and then by the time I was finished, season 2, episode 3 was ready to come out. And it is so good.
I know. I've heard it's really good. I haven't watched it. Well, I don't have Apple TV, but
you can use our login. I think I didn't watch it for so long because I thought I was going to make you want to kill myself. Because, like, I thought it was about being, like, office culture.
Right.
But it's just, like...
It's very sci-fi.
I feel like, yeah, I think it is
like Black Mirror-esque. Like,
I want to say yes, but it's just so, like, clever and interesting commentary, very smart, and the characters are just incredible. The acting's incredible.
Our favorite Adam Scott.
Yeah, I can't stand him in this, but
really,
no, I mean he's like good, he's fine, but he has like these bangs, and I'm like, he looks like like the emo emoji, or he's like,
because his hair's like long.
Yes, yeah. I can't. But no, it's very good. Even funny at times, and yeah, I slay it. The next episode, actually, the one that just came out on Thursday, had like a Haunting of Hill House jump scare.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a girl, like demon looking.
Dang.
Yeah, it was in a nightmare, and it was so good.
I love that.
Yeah, I think you would love.
Something that I did rewatch because I've watched all the seasons, but I felt an urge to rewatch it was Alaskan Bush People.
Oh.
Have you ever seen that?
I have not watched that, but I would love it, I know.
You would love it. You would love it.
What's it on?
These characters, Max. It is on Hulu, but all the seasons, you can watch all the seasons on Max.
Okay.
I think there's 14 seasons.
Ooh, okay. And you watch all of them?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked and see what 14, like, what they're doing. If it's the last season or not, but and I think they're done. I think.
Okay.
Because I've like looked everyone up, like what they're doing now and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like so it's about this family who basically grew up in the bush of Alaska, basically living off the lands. They grew up in like boats and like stuff like that, but they're just like they're very, in the beginning at least, they're very cut off from society.
Yeah,
they don't know
my dream
things. I know, it's like honestly like
it sounds so nice.
I wish I had grown up like that in so many ways. Just like they didn't know what like a microwave is. This one guy didn't know what a microwave is.
I love that.
They also like, you know, they're a lot of them are definitely on the spectrum, but they wouldn't ever be diagnosed.
Yeah, because there's no point of reference.
Right. And they all kind of have like an accent that's like not, it doesn't, you're like, what is that?
It's indiscernible.
It's like
it's an Alaskan
Amish
bush.
Amish meets Australian. It's really strange.
That's so weird.
But they're all so smart, and they all like know how to like make these like contraptions and machines and stuff out of nothing. To survive the bush. Yes. And so it's just really good. My husband's like super into it too, even though I like kept watching it without him, and
sorry, Jared.
But he likes watching it.
Yeah. That sounds so interesting.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you slay it.
I say.
I started watching another crazy, like, I want you to watch it just so that you can experience what I've experienced. the Mr. Beast game show.
Oh no, I can't.
No, listen. It's like a soft launch of the Hunger Games. It's evil.
Well, I've heard that it's literally evil.
Insane.
It's like all these people that were competing, like, have made complaints and like lawsuits and stuff.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, it's crazy. Like, one of the first things is like, one of you has to sacrifice themselves so the rest of the whole row can move on. And they're like, sacrifice yourself. And I'm just thinking, if these people were like, one of you has to kill your firstborn, they'd be like, do it.
For money.
The way that they're acting for this, like, one girl got off in the first round sobbing like a puppy was just shot in front of her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you had a 1 in 1,000 chance. Did
Yeah.
you really think you were that delusional?
Right.
It's insane what he's asking them to do. He had this one people be like, okay, pick somebody from your team. They go up there. I'm going to offer them an amount of money. And if they take it, they can go on and they get the money and all of you are eliminated. Like, that's evil to put someone in that situation.
Right.
Especially like poor people that this money would change their entire life. He offered these people $1 million and asked them not to take it so that the whole rest of the, that's pure evil.
Yeah.
They were competing for an island in one of the things. And it was like the Hunger Games. The first challenge was they need to go hide, and 4 Navy SEALs were coming to hunt them down.
It literally is just like the Hunger Games without the killing, but it's like
soft launch.
But
it might as well be the killing. Like, for money,
for all we know,
$5 million.
Has anyone heard from them?
Yeah, no, $5 million is like life-changing money. It's like the same as like being able to go to the victor.
And Squid Games too is the same thing. I mean,
Yes.
it's like just playing games and then like your chances that you die.
No, I think they're literally like trying to see how far we can push until we start doing the like killing.
Gladiator type shit.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's disgusting and like terrifying, but I watched 4 episodes.
And they get you.
No, I'm just like, I can't believe these people are real. I can't believe this is happening. And I just kept watching it.
Yeah.
And I can't look away. But I'm not going to support it anymore, obviously. But it was insane. Anyway, slash that.
Slash that shit.
Slash that
We
shit.
will not be the Hunger Games.
No, thank you. So for Valentine's Day, what are you going to do?
Well, we're taking care of my parents' dog.
Maggie.
Yes.
I love
So,
Maggie. What a good Valentine's Day.
you know,
What are your parents doing?
they're like going somewhere out
Okay.
of town or something like that. We are going camping in like 2 weeks.
Fun.
So,
Where?
State park.
Okay. Fun.
And we have a little shelter we're going to stay at.
Shelter.
And hopefully it'll be like a little cold, but not like too cold, but not too hot.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect Valentine's Day little cabin getaway.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun.
All mixed up. We're going to get to finally use our tent and our sleeping bags that we got for our wedding gift.
Yay.
So
Finally.
That'll
be exciting.
Yeah.
Are you going to do any sort of maybe potions, witchcraft type things while you're out there?
Probably was planning on putting my used tampon in a bottle.
Damn it.
And
Crap. That's what you watched today, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
No.
And I was like, but this one is perfect. It's perfect.
It is perfect. Maybe we should just talk about that.
We could.
Today, we are following our tradition of highlighting
Prioritizing.
a creature, a monster, a horror creature, a horror being,
Character.
in love.
Yeah.
We did our Valentine's zombies first. We did Valentine's vampires.
Yes.
And
That's
now
what we do. Is this
is
third year?
Yeah.
3 years.
3 years. This is Valentine's.
Ruined it.
This is Valentine's witches.
Valentine's witches.
Or Galentine's witches also.
Yeah. Either or.
Either or.
Either or.
So we're going to talk about some Valentine's-esque, romantic-esque witch movies
movie-esque.
and books
Yes.
type things. We each had 3 that we picked out, and now I only have 2. I'm kidding.
Or now I only have 2.
We'll talk about it, and it'll be our one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Put it together.
We can talk about it first.
Yeah. We are, of course, talking about
The Love Witch. It is such an interesting movie. It's it's such a vibe. They literally did it like a 60s, right? 60s. They did it like a 60s movie, and it's like an actual 60s movie.
Yes.
Like from the
Film.
It's icon, even the acting, the shots, like everything is like so 60s. The only thing, which I think they did this on purpose, was like in the background the cars are just like modern day cars.
Well, did you see the part where they just talk on a cell phone?
Oh no, I didn't. Wait, I don't remember that part.
Yeah, there's one part where they just answer.
I will say I was watching while I was doing some other work.
Well, there's like one scene where they're like answering a cell phone.
Okay.
So I think it's like this
mix.
little town is just all in
Yeah.
under the spell of being in the 60s.
Yeah, I guess like the witch. Maybe it's like perspective. It's the witch's perspective. So everyone is like, 60s and 60s vibes. Because all the other cars, there'd be like one car, like the professor that the first guy she, takes home or whatever. His car is like a 70s car, but then all the other cars are like clearly like 2000s like and above cars. Yeah. And there'd be people in the background walking in like normal clothes and stuff like that.
Or entering cell phones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's very interesting. A little trippy. A little psychedelic, which I love. And
little Brady Bunch. Love that.
Oh, yeah. A huge vibe. Very 60s. And the story is a little all over the place, but like in a good way, I think. Yeah. In a good way. We follow, what's her name?
Elaine.
And who just wants to find love. Yeah. As any girl does. She just wants to love. She just wants a man that is just absolutely perfect and does everything that she would like.
Exactly. And that just loves her for her.
Yeah. And she's super smoking. So she gets like all the
I love her makeup.
Oh yeah. Such a slay.
Slay.
All the men are just chomping at her heels. Mm-hmm. And we wonder, of course we see she's so beautiful. But she also like has some like herbs in jars, and you're like, okay, girl, what you doing? She has some weird paintings.
Yeah. She likes titties.
She loves titties. And she can apparently her coochie is like so good it kills a man.
Yeah. That mixed with her psychedelic drugs.
Oopsies, I made him overdose.
I made him like really emotional and then die.
Yeah. Which, what a way to go. I'm sure he was so happy.
Oh yeah.
To leave that way.
Right. It's what he wanted. It's what he said he wanted.
Yeah. And then from there she's, trying to just find friends in this town and just wants to be loved. And she can't help it if her friend's husband wants her. She can't help it. It's not fair.
Yeah, so her friend goes out of town and she has relations with her husband.
Shame.
And then he gets like clingy and...
Yeah, he basically like her hoo-ha is so good that
he
goes crazy. Yes. Mm-hmm. And goes a little nuts. Also passed away.
Yeah.
Yep. Bad. Story goes on. She falls in love. What she thinks
is love.
What she thinks is love.
The cop, the police officer.
Yes, with the police officer.
Because they're like investigating her for the death of the first guy.
And she's like, I didn't do it.
Yeah. She's like, bats her like blue eyes, like her blue eyeshadowed eyes.
And the officer's like not buying it.
Yeah.
And then
they go to like a little town or something like that where her coven is. Mm-hmm. And they have a ritual,
Yeah.
right? It's like a hand-fast ritual
Yes.
where they get married.
Mm-hmm.
But why does he agree to do that?
Spell.
Is he under the spell?
He's under her spell.
But he's like doesn't love her
You don't have to love her.
to be under her spell.
No. So she puts all these guys under spells and they all end up
Dead.
dying. Yeah. That's the whole thing. And she looks beautiful and hot doing it.
Yeah.
And very romantic.
Yeah. It's
Truly.
Truly. It's less romantic, but it is all about love.
And it's sexy.
And it's very sexy. It's very, but not in like a gross way.
No. It's just like sexy, like, here's my body. I'm
Yeah.
hot.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was it was perfect for Valentine's and witches. Galentine's.
I think the director, if I remember correctly, her name is...
I remember looking at it.
Oops. Just clicked off of it.
Way to go.
Samantha Robinson is who plays Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, the director.
Hello?
Director is Anna Biller.
Yes.
And she actually did write a book that I've seen at Barnes & Noble a few times. And I keep...
Really?
Yes, it's called Bluebeard's Castle. It's like a French fairy tale type gothic horror.
Oh, cool.
It's in the horror section. I haven't read it yet, but she did write that. Let's see, her other movies include Viva, A Visit from the Incubus, The Examples of Myself as Queen, and The Hypnotist. And they all look like they have that same vibe. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
60s vibe.
Mm-hmm. That's so unique. I really
Yes.
like it. And it truly is like, because a lot of there's a lot of movies out there that are made like set in the 60s and stuff. But this is like truly like
From,
a 60s movie.
literally from the...
Like if you didn't know it was a 2016 movie, you would
think that it's
think it
on
was an
Turner
actual-
Classic.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's incredible that you can even do that nowadays still and replicate something like that,
Yeah.
which we love.
We love.
So I slay that.
I say it, and I say the movie, and it's, if you want to put a man under your spell to get him to fall in love with you, then
do it. Love witch.
yeah.
Do it, love witches.
That's what I did.
Oh, did you?
Jared doesn't know, but he's been under my spell this whole time.
Uh-oh. What happens if you break the spell? He'll probably stick around.
Yeah, he'd stick around.
Well, here
He's
we
in
are
too
now.
deep.
He's in too deep. What other movie did you have?
Okay, so another movie I have, it's definitely not horror, it's more fantasy, but there are like some horror elements, and the fact that this is a book as well, and the author, unfortunately, is a horror character in himself.
Oh.
But that is Stardust.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No, do I have the book? I read the one that he wrote before.
Don't look
that.
at my toes. They're
I'm looking at 'em.
bruised.
I read Neverwhere a few
Okay.
weeks ago, which is right before that, I think.
Yeah. But you could separate him from because the movie
The evil man, yeah.
He wasn't in the movie.
Yes.
So basically, it's this this town that's on the wall.
On the wall.
And on the other side of the wall is this like magical place or whatever.
Okay.
And this guy, Tristan, he really wants to marry this girl in his town. And she is like a bitch, She's like, whatever, I don't want to marry you.
Ugh,
but
weird.
if you get me a star, I'll marry you.
Okay.
And so
He said bet.
he said bet. Also Henry Cavill's in it, and he's a small part, but he's like the other guy that's like fighting for her.
Okay, Henry.
And I think who plays her
I'll look it up while you keep talking.
Gwyneth Paltrow?
Nuh-uh, really?
No. I don't know. I don't know who plays her. But
I'll look it up.
but the guy who's Daredevil is Tristan.
Okay.
Anyways. So he goes over the wall and he sees, because he sees this star falling from the sky, and he goes to try and get it. And at the same time, there's these three witches. One is, the main one's played by
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Michelle Pfeiffer, thank you. And it's kind of Hocus Pocus-esque,
Okay.
where like they want to be young, and the way they can stay young is if they get a star, and they capture the star's essence. So Tristan finds the star, which is played by Claire Danes, and he captures her and is basically just trying to bring her back to the girl, back to his town. But the witches are after her. There's also like all these kings that are after her.
People want the star.
Yes, everyone wants a star. So they're all like
trying to get Tristan.
Yes. And so it's a very like
it's very Shakespearean.
It's very Shakespearean. It's very epic fantasy, but like fun fantasy. And the main villain is the witches. It's not necessarily like witches in love, but it is a love story with witches. Like, yes, a star and a boy. And actually the boy, Tristan, his mother was a witch.
So he knows how they tick.
Yeah, but he didn't know she was a witch.
Oh.
Anyways, it's very romantic. It's very sweet. It's very just fantastical. And then there's like scary elements of like the witches trying to get her and steal her and trying to basically like kill her and stuff. So I slay it, of course.
We do not slay.
We do not slay the author at all.
We hate him more than anything.
Yes.
We actually had a conversation about this in our comic club again, and I just kind of left with the conclusion that we as audience members, and I will, refer this back to J.K. Rowling. We are the ones that give a piece of art power as consumers. We decide what it means to us. We decide what it represents. And we give the artist too much credit.
Yeah.
And we forget that they're humans. And they can be evil. They can
have
awful.
Wrong opinions.
And you do not have to be a good person to create good art, and vice versa.
True.
And that doesn't mean you should have power either.
True.
I don't think I'll stop, necessarily. I'm not going to burn all my books of his, or I'm not going to do all that, but I'm not going to support him monetarily, for sure. But anyway, that's my little 2 cents.
It's a good 2 cents.
That monster.
It's a good 2 cents. I agree with you.
Okay, my next one.
Yeah.
Is of course Practical Magic.
No, that was my third one.
Hey, you saw my first one.
I did.
We can have this one both too.
Yes, Practical Magic.
So romantic.
Oh, it's the best.
It's so romantic, but also so heartbreaking. Which that's a good romance. You have to have the
heartbreaking
to heal.
Romantic, and then there's like scary elements.
And there's Galentines.
And there's Galentines.
Your forever Galentine, your sister.
Yes.
Yeah, there are scary elements too with the possession and the ritual, the curse. A lot of stereotypes of witches are in there, which I love.
Yeah.
But above all, it is a sweet, sweet story about sisterhood and family and found family, chosen family,
women power,
women empowerment, and second chances.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second chances for I forgot Nicole Kidman's character's name.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking.
Second chances for Nicole Kidman. Second chances for
Second chances for like, because they're like very judged in the town as being witches.
yes. Second chances for them both.
Mm-hmm.
Second chances for
The townspeople.
the townspeople. Second chances for the aunts. Second chances for love.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Jillian.
Jillian.
Jillian and Sally.
Yes, Jillian. Second chance for Jillian. And Sally also second chance because she lost her husband and now she's in love with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that it also not prioritizes. Why do I keep saying that? Highlights the actual magic of love and
yes,
how even with their backstory on how their aunt who was heartbroken, like love broke her but made her magic stronger. And of course the aunties, they all their witchcraft is like specializes in love. With like the women will come and be like, can you make this man fall in love with me? Can you do this for love and this for love? And they say, be careful what love is its magic in its own right, so don't mess with it. And Jillian does, and Sally does with her wish to have one green eye, one blue eye.
Yes.
And the curse is finally broken in the end.
Yeah. It's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful, and then like the fashion, and then just like where they live,
cozy.
It's just
I want to live there. It's not fair that they have that home. Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
And in the book, there's even more romance with her kids.
Yeah.
They fall in love.
I need to read the book. I really do.
Yes. You'll love it.
Oh, love it.
You'll love it. So we slay that one, of course.
Slay all day.
What's your third one?
That was my third one.
Your second one.
My second one was Stardust.
Oh,
my
you already
first
did.
one was Love Witch. So,
oopsies.
what's your third one?
My third one. Let me look it up. What did I write down? I have a few books here that
Okay.
I talked about too, and
Yes.
I know I've talked about it before. Slewfoot.
Yeah.
That one.
That one.
Her romance or her witchcraft also kind of grows because of heartbreak, which I think is really pretty. And then she kind of falls in love with Satan.
Love that.
And in turn falls in love with herself. No, I'd be kind of, whenever I was reading, I was like, why is Satan kind of, why can he kind of, I was kind of like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, he was hot. I don't know. And Cackle.
Love Cackle.
Cackle by
Cackle
Rachel
is
Harrison.
100% Galentine's.
Galentine's and self-love.
Yes.
Love yourself. Galentine's, find your bestie.
Move into a house together and just scare the living crap out of your townspeople.
And never age. And then I also another one, The Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It's a strictly romance, but it's this girl who makes money on YouTube by doing like sleight of hand witchcraft, but she's actually a witch. So she's just like and there's not that many witches, so she's very lonely. She doesn't have parents because it's like a thing that witches are orphans, they don't have parents. And then she is found out by this group of 3 adults that take care of these 3 young witches, and they're not witches, they're just like happen to inherit this like they worked in this like grounds in this mansion in the British countryside, and these 3 girls show up and they're like, what's going on? And then they find this girl to come and teach them how to be witches. Yeah. And then she falls in love with the tutor, and it's really cute.
I love that.
And then she falls in love with little girls too. Like she wants to be their little mentor, witch mentor. And then my last movie is Rosemary's Baby.
I saw that on the list and I was like, I wonder if Emily will pick this.
Of course. I have to. Although it's not necessarily romantic. It is at first. Like, it's really sweet at first.
Starts off that way.
Starts off sweet.
That's how all love stories start.
I know.
That's how all love stories begin.
I do think that in the end, and if you also think about the next installment of the series, she has to learn to love her little Satan boy.
Yeah.
She loves her baby so much, she doesn't care that he's half Satan.
Yeah.
And
I love him for what he is, you know?
And that's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I was trying to think of another one that I was thinking about earlier. Another one that I was thinking about earlier? Don't remember now. I did start reading this book today that I think might be a witch.
Oh.
Maybe.
What's it called?
Starling House.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's really popular. I don't know if it's a witch or not. I think there's some magic.
Some magic involves, like magical realism or something.
Yeah. And you and I are both reading a book about witches right now.
We are. We're just getting through it.
Slogging through.
Sounds so
Love
bad.
you, Grady.
Love you, Grady. It's just...
And it could be our moods, too.
Yeah, I am a mood reader.
I mean, I'm pretty, want to read it, but it is very long, so...
It's very long. It's good, though. I do like it so far. It's just... There's just some things that I don't like about it.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I like the concept. It's called Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. He always has really good titles, you know? So I also like the cover, like the hand in a lava lamp. It's really cool because it takes place like in the 70s. So.
It just made me really sad at first, and it always made me very sad at first.
Yeah, it is really sad.
It's just a very sad concept.
Just it's like it is angering too.
Yeah,
because we're like, I mean, we're obviously not still having to live that way, how we are now, but there is like
some people,
and it's still just kind of like this conversation I feel like that we still aren't having about like when are the men gonna be held it's
not fair that they have to leave for 9 months.
Yeah,
and
the men just get to live.
The men get to keep going to school.
Yeah, and
no consequences whatsoever.
No consequences whatsoever.
It takes 2.
It takes more than 2. I mean, cannot get pregnant without him. Yeah. So.
It takes 2 to make a thing go wrong. Get it?
Yes. I got it.
I was trying to put myself in that shoes, and I was like, oh, I don't even think I don't know what I don't know.
Mm-mm. And then just talking about the heat. I can feel it every time he talks about the heat. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna throw up.
They don't really have AC like that. But they didn't even have the heat that we have. To be fair.
True.
But still.
South Florida.
Hot.
Pretty hot. Pretty hot there.
It's very warm.
Anything else?
I'm trying to think. The bitch. Not romantic.
So romantic. I think we need more witch movies.
There's this movie called I Married a Witch. Haven't seen that.
Haven't heard of that.
I did watch Bewitched when I was younger.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yes.
TV show. And he loves a witch.
Yes, he does.
Even though he doesn't know.
He does know.
Eventually, he does find out.
He does find out.
Which I think is sweet.
But I would say don't watch the one with Will Ferrell.
Is it bad?
I just Will Ferrell just is not...
He's not a leading man.
He's not a leading
hot,
romantic
only an elf
counterpart.
An elf barely.
Yeah. And he's just kind of he's a jackass in most of it.
Ugh.
So until he comes around, but it's takes him too long to come around in my opinion. So
always.
Yeah.
Twitches
and Twitches too.
Twitches too. Halloween Towns. How can we forget? Harry Potter.
Harry Potter is the ultimate romantic witchiness.
What is the one where they're all like, the fifth one? They're all just like dating everybody. And
Sixth one.
Yeah, sixth one.
Half-Blood Prince.
Yes, Half-Blood Prince are all just dating everybody.
There's like the love potion.
A lot of angst, the love potion. Yeah, that's going to be another one too.
That was a good one. That was always my favorite. That was my favorite book.
That was my favorite book too.
For a while.
Wait, no, I think my favorite book was the third one actually.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah. Classic.
Classic.
Least favorite? Sorry. Fourth one.
Really? Like book or movie? Both?
Yeah, kind of both.
I always loved the fourth one because I just love like games
like a trial.
Like that.
Yeah. I mean, the trial's fine to me, but I just feel like there was no direction for the first half, and then the second half was like, okay, completely different. Which she did say that she did change the whole plot halfway through the book, so it just made sense that happened to me. And I mean, I don't mind the movie either, but it's just so dark, and like that's the first one that's very dark and gray. It is the first one that is very, and it's like weirdly.
And then obviously the
especially for like a summer games type. Yeah, not this summer, but you know, I feel like we'd have some sunshine.
Yeah, it is. It's very dark, and then the subject matter toward at the end is very dark.
Yes,
just like you have the first death of a student.
Yes. First of many.
R.I.P. Edward Cullen.
Yeah.
And then from then on, it's like the fifth one's very dark.
Yes.
The sixth one is very dark.
Very dark.
With the part when he like, what is it? Sempra,
whatever.
So, yeah, to Draco.
Oh, I remember having to put the book down because I was like, oh my god.
Like,
and in the movie, I can't watch that part.
Yeah.
So sad. Guys, so what a bummer.
Anyways,
we brought it down. We brought the house down. We hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Full of love and witchcraft.
And put someone under a love spell. And let us know how it goes.
Get anyone pregnant unless it is consensual and you understand the consequences.
Do not do it.
Unless you understand the consequences.
And you're prepared for the life ahead.
And you will not send her to a boarding school type thing.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Take responsibility for your actions.
Have a fun Galentine's. Have a fun Valentine's. And follow us on Instagram at /SlayPod. At TikTok at /SlayPod. Or send us an email.
Yeah, email us your best, funniest, craziest, scariest Valentine's story.
Ooh, I don't think I have one.
I don't either.
And that's at /SlayPod at... Wait, no. Yeah, /SlayPod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And eat a lot of chocolate. Get some flowers. And do some witchcraft. Get a tampon. Put it in a jar.
Put some urine in the tampon jar and bury it with your ex-lover.
Anyway, love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.